Welcome to Coffee Commerce. My name is Sean Remit, and I'm the grandson of a coffee farmer from British Guyana, South America. I was too young to be on the farm before we came to Canada, so I don't have any background in coffee farming as such, but I've always had a passion and a desire to learn more about how coffee and commerce and business and even our lifestyles interact together. So this channel is called Coffee Commerce, and commerce most people think of as the interchange of goods and services and how trade works. But commerce is a word that also means the interchange of ideas, sentiments, and even opinions. And that so much plays into the role that coffee has played over the years. So this channel is just focused around the stories around coffee, about the industries, about the businesses, about the nations that have risen because of their involvement with coffee, of how dictators rose and fell because of coffee prices, how governments were influenced by coffee, and how ideas were part of how coffee became formulated. Everything from communism to the rejection of the British Empire in the US, coffee had a role to play in these things. There are many stories like this, many stories including how businesses were started, how businesses grew and were expanded because of around coffee environments, people having coffee together. So with that, let's begin with our first segment. This first episode is about how coffee began. The interesting thing about coffee is that we don't have a lot of hard facts. There are a lot of legends. We don't know where coffee exactly began, but I'll tell you one story. And this is the story of Ethiopia. Many people believe that Ethiopia was the place where coffee first originated from. At least was discovered in terms of its benefits. The most famous legend is about a goat herder, named Kaldi. Kaldi had his goats out, and his goats went to eat some of the red berries from a plant. Then later on, Kaldi noticed that his goats were quite energetic, and they had trouble sleeping at night. And discovered that there was that he too was quite energized from taking this berry. Kaldi was excited, took his finding to the abbot of the monastery. So the abbot threw the cherries into the fire. From the fire, the aroma of the coffee bean started to come out. This attracted the abbot back to the fire and back to these berries. He took these berries out of the fire and then added it to ground them up and added it to his hot water. Based on that, we had our first cup of coffee. Across the Red Sea from Ethiopia over to Yemen, coffee traveled. And Yemen became the birthplace of the business of coffee. It was such an important commodity that in Yemen, it became the hub for all coffee exports out of the country into Europe and to the Turks. And it was very highly protected. From Ethiopia, it went to Yemen. From Yemen, it went to India, and then the Dutch got hold of it. But that's another story for another cup of coffee. Thank you for joining me.